Long anticipated MMO survival title Once Human is now available, and after spending a few days with it, here are 5 things we wish we knew before checking out this supernatural game. When you boot up the game and create your character, how you shape their body will actually have an effect on gameplay. It all comes down to the player character's weight. A light build will increase their speed and stamina, but lower their melee damage output and how much they can carry. A heavy build will increase both their carrying capacity and melee damage output, but reduce their speed and stamina. Early on in the game, one of the first ranged weapons you will find will be a crossbow. When you start gaining weapons with actual bullets, you might be tempted to put that crossbow aside. However, we found that it can actually hold its own. And the best part is, you can get your ammo back. A great tactic is to aim at an enemy's knee to cause them to drop, and then curb stomp them to take them out. Also, keep a solid melee weapon on you. It's surprisingly easy to get the drop on enemies and swiftly take them out without wasting a drop of ammo. Melee has its own hotkey, the V key, by default, saving you the time of having to swap weapons. When running around the world, you might hear a beeping sound and see a number displayed on your backpack. This is an indicator that there is a high concentration of stardust in the current area. The higher the number, the more stardust. And while you won't get turned into a mangled zombie like your enemies, it can still do a number on you, as indicated by the slowly increasing debuff on your health bar. This is a marker of your sanity, which is also noted by the meter above the health bar itself with the head icon. The best thing you can do is not spend any more time in a stardust-infested area than you have to. But if your sanity does take a hit, it can be remedied in one of 2 ways. The best is to eat specific food items. The second way is to sleep it off by unlocking and building a bed back at your camp. One of the biggest mechanics of Once Human is the utilization of Deviants, which are not quite pocket monsters that you can utilize in both base building and combat. While you'll eventually unlock an additional Deviant on top of the one you get at the end of the tutorial by defeating the first Rift boss, there are many you can find in the world early on, such as this adorable cat, which you can find in the first major settlement the main campaign brings you to in the child's bedroom. It seems that most Deviants aren't guaranteed to be in specific locations, but rather have the potential to be found in certain areas. Digby Boy, who can automate resource gathering, pops up from mining ore. Regardless, keep your eyes peeled for them as you explore. The open world is littered with settlements, and each one houses a ton of items to scavenge and chests to find, including mystical chests, which produce some of the best blueprints you'll find for gear early on. Most of the time, these chests are either found within a prominent landmark, up high on a roof, or in an attic. While it may not seem like the movement system is designed for it at first, you are far more capable of scaling up structures than you think. We have often made jumps and climbs that at first glance have seemed unlikely, but ultimately turned out to be doable. So we recommend always trying to clamber and jump up into and onto structures whenever you can. And those are a few tips to get you started with Once Human. We're gonna dive deeper into the game to see if we can find anything else to share with you, so stick around right here on GameSpot.